Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a third-person action-adventure game deeply rooted in the Souls-like tradition, but it's shaping up to be more than just another tribute act. It's got all the core ingredients: punishing combat, block, parry, dodge mechanics, brutal boss fight, cryptic world building, and a narrative that's more felt than told. But like the best in the genre, Wuchang isn't just copying the formula, it's remixing it. Look at games like Lies of P with its life system that changes how the story unfolds, a Legion arm that adds depth and utility to combat, and a slick weapon assembly mechanic that lets you mix and match blades and handles. Or Black Myth Wukong, rooted in Chinese mythology with shape-shifting powers, magical staff techniques, and movie-level boss encounters. Both games took Souls-like DNA and injected it with real personality. So here's the thing, Souls-like are the hot drop meta right now. Every studio wants it, but if you're not bringing something fresh, something that truly stands out, players will bounce fast. Wuchang looks like it gets that. It's pulling from the best parts of the genre, then wrapping them in a world of ancient Chinese horror and folklore, complete with corruption, feathers, plague-ridden lands, and some genuinely unique gameplay ideas. Now the question is, can it capture the soul of the genre while carving out an identity of its own? In Wuchang Fallen Feathers, the battle between good and evil isn't black and white. It's a war fought across time, fate, and fractured reality. Long ago, the Avians, a powerful race, learned to control time and causality through a divine relic brought by their leader Duriel. Worshipped as a god, he later urged them to abandon their power and become human to restore balance. But not everyone agreed. Being a rival Avian rebelled, twisting their gifts through dark rituals to resist fate itself. The clash between them shattered the skies and split the relic into 5 shards, scattering them across the world. Duriel gave up his divinity and helped found the Shu dynasty, but still worshipped for his sacrifice. But fate didn't stop unraveling. It's the kind of fragmented, myth-heavy storytelling Souls-like fans love. Only here, it's filtered through Eastern mythology and cosmic horror, ancient, haunting, and deeply atmospheric. And now, centuries later, that broken past is bleeding into the present, and you're caught right in the middle. The world may be falling apart, but the real mystery is you. You play as Wuchang, a amnesiac pirate marked by a terrifying plague known as feathering, a curse that turns people into mindless feather beasts. But unlike others, Wuchang remains in control. She hasn't lost herself yet. Set during the collapse of the Ming dynasty, the world is torn by war, corruption, and ancient horrors. But your journey isn't just about survival, it's about discovering who you were, why you can resist the plague, and what you are becoming. Feathering isn't just lore, it ties directly into gameplay. Kill too much, die too often, and your inner demon takes form. A boss version of you guarding your lost XP. Defeat it or lose everything. Like any true Souls-like, the story unfolds through cryptic dialogue, a relocation, and twisted enemies. Wuchang isn't a chosen hero, she's just trying to stay human, and in a world like this, that might be the hardest battle of all. At its core, Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a Souls-like, but it's carving its own path with two standout mechanics: Madness and Skyborn Might. Madness is more than just a status bar, it's a high-risk, high-reward system. The deeper Wuchang falls into madness, the stronger her attacks become. But with that power comes fragility. Push too far and you risk death, and worse, at full madness, dying summons your inner demon. But madness isn't just about danger, it's about control. Many weapons and spells evolve at specific madness thresholds, unlocking hidden combos or amplifying their effect. It's not something to avoid, it's something to manipulate, daring you to ride the edge of maximum payoff. Then there's Skyborn Might, a mechanic that rewards perfect timing. Nail your dodges at the last possible moment and you build Skyborn energy. This fuels powerful techniques, cinematic finishes, and even mid-combo weapon switches. It's not handed to you. You earn it by mastering enemy patterns and reacting under pressure. Together, Madness and Skyborn might create a combat flow that's aggressive, stylish, and deeply reactive. Where most Souls-like reward caution and defense, Wuchang challenges you to take smart risks to dance between chaos and control. And with over 25 unique weapons across 5 weapon types plus deep build and spell customization, Wuchang Fallen Feather delivers the kind of tactical depth Souls-like fans crave, but with a bold identity all its own. If you want more, check the description for my full deep dive into Madness and Skyborn Might systems. In Wuchang Fallen Feathers, combat is all about freedom and expression. There are 5 weapon types: one-handed swords, two-handed swords, dual blades, two-handed axes, and spears, and about 25 unique weapons to discover, each with distinct movesets and scaling. You can equip 2 weapons at once, swap between them instantly, and there's no weight or encumbrance system. That means no fat rolling, just pure fluid combat tailored to your style. Each weapon comes with 2 signature techniques, powerful customizable moves like counters, slams, and AoEs, some of which scale with Madness or Skyborn Might for even more synergy. Quick Draw lets you instantly switch weapons mid-fight, unleashing a cinematic, high-damage transition attack using Skyborn energy, perfect for keeping combos flowing. And with 40 spells available, from Elemental Burst to Corrupted Magic, you can slot 4 at a time and seamlessly blend magic into your melee play. The result, a combat system built around choice, rhythm, and tactical creativity, letting you fight how you want. When it comes to builds and progression, Wuchang Fallen Feathers gives you the freedom to shape your character your way. And it all starts with the Impetus repository, the game's core leveling and stat system. As you defeat enemies and bosses, you collect Red Mercury, which you use to level up key attributes like health, stamina, attack power, and scaling stats tied to different weapons and spells. It might sound familiar if you have played other Soulslikes, but Wuchang adds its own twist, especially in how these stats interact with Madness and Skyborn Might. Each weapon scales differently, and many techniques or spells unlock unique bonuses based on your Madness level. Some builds thrive by embracing corruption for raw power, while others focus on building Skyborn energy for precise technique-based combos. Whether you prefer fast-paced, reactive combat or slow, devastating strike, it's all viable. And what really sets it apart is the flexibility. You're not locked into any gear type or punished by weight systems. You can freely experiment, mix melee with magic, and tailor your build on the fly. Put it all together and Wuchang offers a progression system that's both deep and dynamic. You're not just stacking stats, you're crafting a combat identity. Every spell, weapon, and attribute point you choose shapes the kind of warrior you become. Bosses in Wuchang Fallen Feathers aren't just roadblocks, they are the highlight of the experience. These encounters are intense, multi-phase battles that push every mechanic the game offers. From what we have seen in the trailers and gameplay, each boss feels handcrafted, not just in how they look but in how they fight. Some start grounded and later transform mid-fight, gaining new moves, corrupted forms, or summoning phases. Others shift tempo entirely, going from slow, heavy swings to erratic, aggressive combos that test your ability to adapt on the fly. You'll have to master timing on your shimmer counters to build Skyborn Might. Know when to lean into Madness for that extra edge, and rotate between your weapon techniques and quick draws to stay in control. These bosses don't just punish mistakes, they evolve, forcing you to step up or fall fast. And what makes it even better, these aren't just cool fights, they're story-driven encounters. Many bosses are major figures in Wuchang's lore, each one revealing more about the world, the curse, and your place in it. Victory in Wuchang isn't about brute force, it's about learning, adapting, and earning every second of triumph. Want a breakdown of every boss revealed so far? Check the description. I have covered all 14 known bosses in a separate video. Exploration in Wuchang Fallen Feathers is more than just moving through dark corridors. It's about uncovering a world that's falling apart, one step at a time. Set in the fictional Shu Kingdom during the late Ming Dynasty, the game mixes grounded historical elements with airy folklore. You'll pass through abandoned villages, overgrown forests, and plague-stricken strongholds, each filled with atmosphere and unease. The world is fully interconnected with smartly designed shortcuts, hidden areas, and optional paths that reward players who take their time. Exploring of the main path can lead to better gear, hidden bosses, or subtle lore clues scattered across the environment. Your choices also shape how the story unfolds. NPCs are fully voiced, quests branch in meaningful ways, and multiple endings depend on who you ally with and how far you explore. Environmental storytelling does a lot of the heavy lifting. Notes, altars, statues, and ruined landmarks quietly reveal the kingdom's slow descent. And that's mostly everything you need to know before you play Wuchang Fallen Feathers. From its brutal layered combat to the haunting world design and deep progression system, this game is shaping up to be one of the most unique Souls-like we have seen in a while. And if you're planning to play, make sure to subscribe. I'll be covering boss guides for every major encounter, along with deep dives into all the weapons, spells, and hidden mechanics the game has to offer.